Hello everybody and welcome! My name is Offsummer, and this is Enigmatica 6 Expert! And in today's episode, well, do you ever get sidetracked doing something? Do you ever feel like you're just running around, not getting anything done? Well, today is going to look somewhat like that, but trust me, we're getting a lot of things done. A lot of important stuff, actually. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'll see you in a second. Now, to start things with, you've probably seen a little bit of my base in the intro. But as in right now, this is expanding so much, my storage is becoming a problem. I move all my RF machines over here. Then in this building, we have our immersive engineering multi-blocks and our Tinker stuff. And my kitchen. Here's where I prepare my sushi. That's the workshop. That's where we have all our plates and pretty much everything create related. And then of course we have our bees and everything else we gather in our starter hat. Now don't get me wrong, traveling from one place to another to gather everything feels like a more realistic thing. I like it. But since we can do something better than chests, let's do that. And no, if you're thinking about pretty pipes, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about modular storage from RF tools. These things are pretty cheap, but they require a tier storage module. Each one of these stacks to 500 items, at least that being the tier 4. And these things are pretty cheap. It's just some hardened glass, building construction paste, obsidian chest, and well, not difficult at all. We're just going to need a lot of osmium gears, apparently. Speaking of which, over here, where I put our RF machines, I made not one, but 4 multi-servo presses. In this pack, you have to use a multi-servo press from Thermal combined with some immersive engineering mold press. So if you're making wires, you're going to need a metal press mold wire. If you're making gears, you're going to need the gear one, and you know. Now all these things are pretty simple to do, and we can actually make them without making the engineer's workbench. But since it's just steel, in treated wood and whatnot, I think we're gonna make this. Now let's see, what is it that we need? Let's put you down here. We're going to make an engineer's blueprint, and that should be very simple, right? Yay! Okay. I have my wires in here. Let's put you here. Let's put our blueprint in, and nice. We're gonna need this and a few steel plates. So for these, we're gonna need 3. So we're gonna make a mold for gears, a mold for wires, and a mold for rods. And that should be everything, really. I'm gonna need the rest for now. Let me get a little bit of osmium. We have 35 ingots in here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think per gear we're going to need 4 ingots. Right. Okay. So if I say output at the bottom, put you in here and then throw 32 in there. And we can obviously time accelerate these. That's going to give us our gears. Excellent. How are we doing with power? Almost full. Having the technology and being able to make all of these, the only tedious part really are the chests. Everything else is just fine. But the chests, Okay, so we have 4 tier 4 storage models. We are going to need at least then 4 of these modular storages. Oh, and this is grey rock wool. Okay, not a problem, I guess. I am going to need a little bit of black and white dye, just so I can make grey. Yay. And then I should have a lot of rock wool in here. which remember is just gravel or slag in a furnace. Okay, that's a stack. That was easy enough. Let's see, how many of these can we make? 4 machine frames, perfect. And 9 model storage. No, let's make this 4. Just because each one of them will contain 1 model and only 1 model. So yeah, that's going to be definitely going to be enough. And for my storage, I think this building in the middle of everything will do. Now I know it's not decorated, and it's not going to be decorated, at least not in this episode, but same as everything else, give it some time. Now for the time being, these are locked, and that means you can interact with these 2 slots basically. I'm going to unlock them, and look at these. I can now input all my items in here, and actually, right now you're seeing them in this way, but what I want is to see them like so. Oh yeah, that's nice, that's really nice. So let me go around, gather a lot of resources, and dump them in here. That being everything from create, and most of the things that we have back here. Yeah, that should be fine. And you know what? I think I'm gonna use cardboard boxes. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, yeah, why not? Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot faster. And do I really want the ores here? Yeah, why not? But that's actually not very wise. I shouldn't mix crafting materials with extra materials. So I don't want to have absolutely everything in here. If I want to craft something, I can, but it needs to be contained within these storage model. Can be on these ones. Oh, but never mind. We still have plenty of storage free. Yeah, not going to be a problem for now.
One eternity later.
Now keep in mind, I took every single item from our workshop, meaning all our create stuff, our tinkers, our machine related stuff, everything is in here. Well, not really. I put all my magic stuff in here and my ores or my chunks over here. Not to mix them, but yeah, this is all my inventory. Not bad. Not bad. I may have left a few chests in here, which are basically just random blocks and yeah, a few things. But all the important stuff is in there. So yeah, having access to pretty much everything from one single block, yeah, that's really nice. Really, really nice. But for now, let's move on to more important matters. And what matters are those? Well, today I would like to get my hands on some plastic, but not regular plastic. I'm talking about molten plastic from Pneumaticcraft. And for that we're gonna need a few things. We're gonna need LPG, which comes from a thermopneumatic processing plant, giving it some gasoline or refined fuel, which is what we're gonna do initially, just because it comes from heavy oil, and we've got plenty of those from producing tar, which also there is a 10% chance of getting some tar back, so there's that. And so let's start with these. How about a fraction in steel? We are missing a couple of things, but thanks to this system, we can make all of these so easily. Nice, nice, very, very nice. So what is it that we're missing again? Fluid cells. We're gonna need a few of these. Let's say 4. And we're gonna need to get a little bit of Q rubber, which shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, okay. And it looks like we're gonna need to make some rods. Beautiful. And this one is the one that makes rods. Yay. And it's ingot to rod straight away, which is nice. Oh, and if you put a crafting station next to it, you can also use these as your storage. So this pretty much works as a chest for all that matters. So that's our flare stack. Awesome. We're just gonna need to make one of these? Oh, and it needs to be filled. Okay. Alright, guess no problem. And some steel scaffolding. Huh. I wonder if any of my villagers sells steel scaffolding. And yep, they definitely do, because I have more than a stack. Awesome. Let's take a quick trip to the Nether. Actually, I think there should be a Nether fortress somewhere here. Okay, and I'm gonna need some EXP. Fine. Let's take a few levels. And... oh, it has gone missing. Oh, so we do have to use the portal. Huh, how fun. Alright then. Here's one. And right-clicking on this thing works. Just works. Yep, awesome. Okay, so let's get out of here. And this should be everything for a fraction steel, right? It is. Awesome. And this wasn't a quest. Fine. Okay. Let's go to our RF temporary setup over here. And if I were to put these here, take these tanks and put them over here. Should I say this is input? And get my morphing tool. Shift right click, shift right click. This is going to connect these two tanks, and that is going to make it so it's going to auto output to the bottom. Nice. And well, that's really it. Okay, so for now, I know that doesn't make any sense having a paralyzer here and a fraction steel over here, but yeah, temporary. That's the whole concept. I'll eventually have them together and have it producing all these non-stop, but for now, that's alright. And I guess I should be taking another tank for the output, but this is going to be 8 buckets. Yeah, I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna make a few tanks for the output. And in order to move fluids around, I think I'm gonna use a mechanical pipe. Don't I have some? I do. Okay. Let's do something like that, and not red. I want you to be orange. Auto output enable, and on the next cycle, it will probably output over here. And this should be connected. So, cool. Now, in order to use this refined fuel, again, we're gonna need a thermo-pneumatic processing plant. Okay. Which obviously means we're getting started with Pneumaticcraft once again. Yay! Now, reinforced stone, this is made on a casting basin or a fluid encapsulator with some molten compressed iron and light grade concrete powder. Okay, molten compressed iron or compressed iron. There are many ways of making compressed iron in this pack. If you follow the quests in the first one, Gates Not Gates, in Mechanical Mayhem, well, that's going to show you this. Steel, obsidian, and tar in an explosion thingy will give you superheated steel ingot. Now, 4 of those in a multi-servo press will give you 2 hot compressed iron ingots. And with that, just throw it into the water, get your compressed iron. Which is fine. It's, yeah, it's great. And I think we need to do it just for the quest. Don't we? No dependencies. Maybe we don't. So we just need a few compressed iron ingots to get started. And will you look at that? Once again, I'm using my villager trading hall. 9 for a block. Do I have my discount hat on? Nope. Now I do. So one more time. Compressed iron blocks for 4 emeralds. Yes, please. 16. Awesome. And you're gonna charge me 4, 5. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, Summer, that's cheating. And for those of you, I have to strongly disagree. I had to set up this whole place, earn my emeralds. But yeah, That was all hard work. All hard work. Now give me some of these. Yay. So that's opened up these quests over here and these quests over here. Am I using this magma crucible? I am not. Okay, so let's do something. First, I'm gonna need to grab a hopper like so. I'm going to make a few stacks of that light gray concrete. And why are we doing these? Well, simple enough. I'm gonna put a hopper over here. I'm going to give it all my light gray concrete powder, like so, which is going to put it into this sear casting basin. And so, if I put my compressed iron ingots in here, that should melt that, and ooh, that's fast. Okay, so now it's a matter of right-clicking. And yeah, same as always, I can definitely do these with hoppers, pipes, whatever. Just gonna make a bunch of these.
3 hours later.
Okay, one stack. I'm not doing these anymore. Yeah, I'll definitely automate these. But having these, everything else would be pretty simple, I think. Let's see, we need to make a few of these. That's alright. Let's still table those, and I think the only problem here is going to be these, which again, not a problem. And we can apparently already make these. Pressure tubes are also very cheap, but we've probably gathered these either from quests or dungeons, which is cool. So if you look at this process, there are two things you have to keep in mind. First of all, the temperature should be higher or equal to 300 degrees Celsius. And from this graph, we can tell the pressure should be somewhere between 2 and 5 bars. To start building pressure, we're going to need a liquid compressor, which is something like this. Let's bookmark that. And since we're making a liquid compressor, how about a pressure chamber? Let's see, how difficult are these to make? Oh, for the pressure chamber, we are going to need a hardened integral component, which is made with an advanced PCB. And that's the reason we're making plastic, really. So, I know, we can also make and go for this recipe over here, but no. I think I'm just gonna go for a liquid compressor, and oh, look at that, more hardened integral components. Okay, you know what? Let's make an engineer's circuit table. Alright, let's make our thingy here. Immersive engineer's circuit table. Something. And these requires power. Okay, that's new. Let's have you connected here. That's perfectly fine. And now we're going to need to make our circuit backplanes, which either we get from our blueprint, which requires some Pneumaticcraft, or sequence assembly with some copper plates and dielectric paste. And dielectric paste is just tar, silicone, and sand. Yeah, we can definitely do these. So blaze cake. And this is cinder flour, sugar, and eggs. So, mechanical press over here, basin over there, and stack of you, and you. And everything should be output over... Oh, wait, what? I guess we're going to need a filter for these. So, let's put... Where do I have some lava? In that building over there. So, I'm gonna put these here. The spout is gonna come over there. And now what? Let me pick these up. Put it up here and shift right click. That's giving us lava and blaze cakes. Nice. Nice, really nice. And now the ratio for these is going to be 2, 3, and 2. And if my math is correct, 16, 16, and 24 should do. But I don't know. We'll see. we're going to first throw the items. Why not? 16, 16, and 24. And now Blaze Cake. And it is doing something. Look at that. Dielectric paste. Awesome. And that's another quest. Ooh, that's a lot of quests. Later. For now, we're going to need... What is this? Green dye, iron dust. Simple enough. Half of you here, half of you here. And that should give us the iron dust. Which means, in theory, we can make a bunch of these. 6. Okay, let's start with 6. And so we're going to need 6 copper plates. And for this setup, I'm going to need to disable 3 of these. Which means is right-clicking with the hammer should do, really. Let's not mess this up, same as last time. Copper plates first. Dielectric paste later. And you're also going to pick this up.
A few inches later.
Are they done? Just in time. And all of that just for 6 circuit backplanes. That's not good. If we want to make an advanced PCB, we're going to need 1 of those chips or backplanes for every RAM chip. You're also going to need another one in order to upgrade it to make our logic circuit. We have enough for 1. And no. That's definitely not good. So to make these, we want to make 3. 1, 2, 3, and they don't stack, of course. And that should be everything. Almost everything. Yeah, we'll still need the logic circuit board. And so we're gonna come to this table. We're going to put 1 of our circuit backplanes, some of our copper wire, and we're going to select set. Yeah, and in set, it should give us our logic circuit. Nice. And that used a piece of wire and that. Okay, fine. That should be everything for our advanced PCB. Please? It is. Look at that. Nice. And with these, we're going to use our first liquid compressor. That is, of course, unless I make 2 more advanced PCBs. Just like this. And now with these 3, not only I'm going to make the liquid compressor, as well as a pressure chamber valve and 2 pressure chamber interfaces. 1 for input, 1 for output. Yeah, that sounds like fun. And the recipe, as we said before, it's just not too difficult at all. So I'm going to take a stack, I'm going to turn it into bricks, I'm going to do something like that, and this should give me the walls. And I don't know how many I need, really. But 32 is enough for the quest, so that will definitely do. Then we're gonna make 2 of these interfaces. And now it's just a matter of making a few of these hardened integral components, which requires XNet. And that's interesting. Ooh, and would you look at these? We have 32 buckets of refined fuel and 16 more. Nice, very nice. Ooh, and that was a lot of crafting just for 3 hardened integral components. Wow. And wait a second, I have an extra one. Why is that? Probably just to make another liquid compressor. But having all these materials, better than coal. Now? Oh, nice. Let's build this up. And let's see if we have enough for our pressure chamber, actually. For these, I think I'm gonna put these right over here. And actually, I know I say that a lot, but that's a thing. I'm going to make pressure chamber glass. I'm sure we're gonna use these quite a lot, so 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna make a 5x5 pressure chamber. But I am going to need more blocks, which also not a problem. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't used Pneumaticcraft a lot. For me, it's always been one of those mods that do kind of set and use because you have to, not because you really want to. We're gonna put two of our interfaces, one there, and I believe the direction where you're looking at when you place it matters. You see how the color is different from one side to another? Ooh, 1 second, we want these the other way around. Like so. And now in theory, if I close it up, and of course I put my valve somewhere, I'm going to put it here, simply because I don't care. That should be everything, really. Let's see. Ooh, it formed. Nice. And it comes with a security upgrade. Nice, very nice. Okay. Just to make it more convenient, I put that there, but I'm actually going to move it and put it somewhere here behind. Gonna get my liquid compressor, and for the time being, I'm just gonna put these down like so. At this point, really, we can almost totally automate these, but since the whole refined fuel is still not automated, yeah, these will do. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna input all my liquid in there. It's gonna start building pressure at some point. And I'm going to say, I want you to be working on low signal. Meaning right now, you should be working, right? Yay, and pressure is building up. Nice, very nice. Now the reason I set that to low, it's because I wanted that whenever I'm not using these, and that's probably going to be very soon, I want to be able to just shut it off. And that's exactly what this lever will do. Right now, we could be using these in order to make compressed iron, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, once crafted, you will still be able to see the colors. So blue, it's going to be your import, nothing to do here. And orange, yellow, this thing here, that's going to be your output. And we wanted to, oh, it's already set to crafted. Nice. So these won't export everything in there, like in previous versions of Pneumaticraft. This will just get you the crafted version of it, or the end result, which is nice, very, very nice. Now we are going to need a little bit of pressure in order to make our LPG. And now that I think about it, I just remember why I have an extra hardened internal component. It's because I wanted to make a liquid compressor. Nice. And with this extra liquid compressor, we can now dedicate that to this thermopneumatic processing plant. But since we're going to need also a little bit of temperature, and that's going to be, again, higher or equal to 300 degrees Celsius, I'm going to use a fuel wood heater from Mechanism. The recipe, it's not complicated at all. The most difficult thing here would be the kiln break. And since we're making all the grind, yeah, why not? It's just going to be sequence assembly with all of these. Oh, by the way, smoldering lapis lazuli. Remember, this comes from coarse lapis lazuli, which is this whole process. That's why we went to autumn. And I actually did that in between episodes, I think. Yeah, I definitely did that at some point. Look at this. Yay, smoldering lapis lazuli. And we're going to need just 4, which is just the precise amount for the recipe. Boom, bam, beam. So there's that. And wait, isn't this a quest? Oh, we need to make 8. Yeah, let's get that done. Okay, that should satisfy the quest. And that one should be enough for us to make our multi-block. Because remember, I'm going to use 4 of these. Aha! Finally! Fuel wood heater. Nice. So correct me if I'm wrong, that should be everything. And let's build these here. Ooh, and I totally forgot about these. That's bad. Nah, that's not bad. Let's put this one over here. This is going to be more of a permanent setup. This is definitely going to be temporary. So we're going to put this here. In order to give this pressure, we are going to connect it like so. Okay, let's give you that. And now it's a matter of building pressure and temperature. Pressure is going to be deal with that like so. And temperature could be given to this block by fire, lava, whatever. I think I'm just going to use these. Now the problem with these is I'm not sure we can really control how hot that's going to get. I mean, that's definitely going to be hot enough, but yeah, let's see. We're going to give it some power. temperature is definitely rising. Is that going to get us to our 300s? I don't know. What if I block the other sides? That works. It doesn't really matter, I just want to show you how this works. I'm going to put our refined fuel in here. At some point, this is going to get somewhere between 2 and 5. And it's actually very close, so I'm going to give these a little bit of cold coke. And look at that, our pressure is somewhere in between those numbers. Our temperature is right there, and so we are getting our LPG. And now in order to get plastic, we're going to do exactly the same with probably a different temperature and pressure. I know we just scratched the surface of Pneumaticcraft and we just basically started with all of these, but that's exactly it. That's just the beginning. Let me figure out how to put all of these in such a way that it's not only functional but also visually pleasant. And yeah, look at that. This is already done. Ah, beautiful. Let's stop you. Let's say you can only work with a signal. But yeah, I believe that's going to be enough for today's episode. In between episodes, I'll try to improve our little system here and give that big boy some kind of use. And yeah, I know we've been running around and doing many different things, but yeah, that's an extra pack, I guess. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for when the next episode comes up, because you'll never know. And yeah, you know the drill. Give it a like, yada yada, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!